So I'm by Stone Mountain and I got my skates and I decided to just go skating to the left. Something just told me to go to the left. I go to the left and I find something cool and then I see a hill. I go down the hill. It was very scary, but it was fun. Like, oh, okay, I never went down a hill. I'm on skates. Kind of weird, but I did it. And then I go around a loop and I see another hill. Now this hill is big. And I'm looking at the hill and I see that this hill is big. And I'm picturing teenage boys going down this hill on a skateboard. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. I am in the nature garden right now, allergy season. And I don't have my allergy meds because I wasn't expecting on this. But anyway, I see that the hill is coming and I see that the hill is big. And I'm a little anxious, but I know I have to go down this hill because I have to go down the hill. Something's at the bottom of this hill, but I'm in my skates. So I'm picturing the teenage boys going down the hill, so I know that if they can do it, I can do it. The difference between the teenage boys and I is that I'm not a teenage boy, and I don't have the heart of a teenage boy or the needs of a teenage boy, and I really don't need to fall and not have a face anymore, and so drastic. So, and next thing you know, I hear the voice inside of me. We're gonna do this. We can, we will, we must. There's something better at the end of the hill. And I was like, okay. And then so I'm like, okay, I'm about to do this. So I take a 3-minute break and I'm stretching, I'm breathing, and I'm pumping myself up. And then I'm skating. And then as soon as it started to pick up a little bit, I stopped. I was like, I can't do it. And there's something, it was like kind of like an angel or something in my head. Something that wasn't my intuition was just like, this is why we always surprise you with shit. It's because if I knew ahead of time, I wouldn't do it. So I was like, all right, fuck. So I just hurried up and went, because in my mind, if that was like an angel or whoever's up there or around here protecting me, what if they was the one who said, that's why we don't ever tell you shit, and that's why I'm always dumbfounded by shit. So I'd rather just know ahead of time sometimes, so I'm trying to gain their trust. Anyways, so I went back down. So I'm going down the hill and it's picking up fast. Now, there's 2 parts to the sidewalk. There's a part that's really smooth and it's on the edge, and then there's a part on the middle that's rugged. I was skating on the part that was smooth at first, and then so something just said, okay, so are we gonna go on the edge or on the middle? The edge where it's smooth or on the middle where it's rough? And I was like, I would rather be more comfortable on the edge. I mean, on the one in the middle that is ridgy than the one on the end, because the one on the end is too close to the side and I just don't feel that comfortable. And then something was like, yeah, but you got enough space, you can make this, and this will be smoother. And I was like, yeah, I just feel more comfortable over there. So I just went over there. So I'm going down the hill, and it is scary. And I mean, fuck a roller coaster. I mean, I don't even like roller coasters. So yeah, this is scary. Like, I am freaking terrified. I just had a flashback. I'm sorry. It was just so scary. So I'm going down the hill. And then it's picking up so fast, and right at that moment, I just pictured myself. And then I said, nope, not my story. And then I looked, and there was a huge gap. Like, you know how they have the concretes? That whole section of the concrete was gone because they was about to repair it. Had I skated on the smooth part and went down that hill at that path, oh my gosh, at that speed, all of my fucking worst nightmares would have came true. I would not be recording this. You guys would be hearing about me on Channel 9 News. It would have been a wrap for my fucking face, because it was the whole thing, and there was no way, there was nowhere for me to try to save myself. There was no way. I'm so glad that I took the time to sit there and think about that decision. It was a small little baby decision. What it seemed like a small baby decision was really, no, not a small baby decision. now I'm sitting here thinking about how many other times did I save my ass by following my intuition. Because sometimes we don't always get to see what happens on the other side of I'm just not gonna go tonight, or I just don't feel good about this. We don't get to see what's on the other side. But me going down this hill, maybe see what's on the other side. Because it's like, it's so crazy. I'm sorry, I'm still in shock because it's like, oh my gosh, I would have been so fucked up. Like, okay, but yeah, that's crazy. It's extremely important to take the time out. I was hurting my back. It's extremely important to take the time out, breathe, and focus on what you're doing. Because if you don't take the time to think about it, then you can make the wrong decision. And then just because something looks easier doesn't mean that it is. Because if I would have took the smooth route, then I would have been fucked up in the end. But I decided to take the route that was a little more rugged, but it made me feel more comfortable. So I took the rugged route, and here I am, still pretty, looking like Beyonce's little sister's cousin. Okay? Like, I'm still good. I did fail to mention that I end up falling right after that. When I saw that and I realized that I was safe, I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to slow down. And something was like, you can make it, or just turn now. So I just turned now, and then I fell, and my knee got dirty. Like, I was good, so I like was cool, and my knee got dirty, and I was fine. And I didn't even wait a few seconds. I just fell and got right back up and then kept going. But it was just way too much momentum for me. But I figured I might as well tell y'all that part of the story, because sometimes you might fall and you do have to get back up. And the fall that I had was not half as bad as the fall that I could have had, but I'm about to show y'all that fall. That's the gap. Imagine coming down at that angle